Hi there, my name's Kerry and welcome to Public Transport and Cardax, and also welcome to Gosford and welcome here to Gosford Station. Now this morning my destination is up to Nambucca Heads on the mid-north coast. Now the normal way to get to Nambucca Heads is you just jump on an XPT and after 8 hours you're up there. But I'm going to do it a bit differently. First I'm going to catch the train that leaves Central at 10 minutes to 6 this morning and leaves Gosford here at 7:15, and I'm going to catch it through to Newcastle Interchange. And at Newcastle Interchange I'm going to change for a bus which is going to take me out to Nelson Bay. And from Nelson Bay I'm going to change for a ferry which is going to take me over to Tea Gardens. And then from Tea Gardens I'm going to catch a bus into Taree, which is going to take me via Myall Lakes, Foster and Tuncurry. And then once I get into Taree, I'm going to catch the Brisbane XPT further on up to Nambucca Heads. Anyway, the train's here in a few minutes. We'll get on the train and get going, and I'll tell you more about the journey. Okay. Let's go. Now the Weather Bureau forecasted rain for today, but looking out the window and all that mist, it looks like there's a good chance that it's going to be a very bright sunny day. Well, here we are approaching Wyong, and as you can see the mist is just about all gone and the sun is very bright. So it looks like it's going to be a hot and humid day rather than a cool, rainy day. Now this train I'm travelling on from Sydney right through to Newcastle Interchange, and also the bus which runs out from Newcastle Interchange through to Nelson Bay is all on the Opal service. So just bring your Opal card along. If you haven't got an Opal card, of course you can use a credit card. If you've got a Sydney's Opal card, the whole trip from Sydney right through to Nelson Bay will only cost $2.50. Now, once we get to Nelson Bay, we're going to catch the ferry across the Tea Gardens. Now, the ferry is a privately run ferry, so it'll cost you a bit over $19 if you're travelling on your seniors card, and $25 if you're travelling on a regular fare. They don't accept Opal cards. They do accept credit cards, of course. Now, from Tea Gardens, we're going to travel through to Taree, and the bus we're going to catch will take us via Myall Lakes and Foster, Tuncurry. And if you've got a seniors card, you can just pay the driver, pay it cash, and the fare will be just $2.50. Now, once we get to Taree, I'm catching the Sydney to Brisbane bound XPT, and I've booked a seat on that using my seniors card, and I've got a country pension excursion ticket, and that has cost me $2.50 from Taree right through to Nambucca Heads.
Next stop, Dora Creek. This station is Hamilton.
Well, welcome to Newcastle Interchange. Now the bus station's just over there. And we've got a little bit over half an hour before the bus leaves for Nelson Bay. So what do you do when you've got half an hour to spare? You go and have a cup of coffee, don't you? Okay, on the right we've got our tram, which heads up along Hunter Street to Newcastle Beach. And over here we have the bus station. And just here, near the bus station, we have a cafe called the Morning Market. So let's get in there, get a cup of coffee. Oh, that was really good. That was really nice. Let's get over and catch this bus. Well, it leaves just down here from stand A. Well, here we are. Welcome to Nelson Bay. Now, as soon as you get off the bus here at Nelson Bay, just walk down the hill, and it's the first on the left, and walk down through town, down up to the wharf, where the ferry's going to depart from. Now, the bus arrives here just before 11 o'clock. Bus we caught from Newcastle Interchange, which left there at 9:19 and arrived here just before 11. So that is 1.5 hours. The ferry, which I'm booked on, leaves here at 11:30, so I've got 34 minutes to get down to the ferry. Now it's the end of March, so it's not really the holiday season. So I made a booking on the ferry just to let them know that I'm coming, and also if they decide to cancel the ferry due to rough weather or some other unforeseen circumstance, hopefully they'd send me a text to let me know that it's been cancelled. Anyway, as yet I've not received a text, so we're heading down the ferry, should be there in 5 minutes, and should head across to Tea Gardens. We are down at the water, and there's the ferry just around the beach there. Well, if you've not got a ticket yet, you can get one from the office just here. And of course, just behind me is the ferry, which leaves in 10 minutes. Let's get over there.
We'll get back, we're going to do another run.
Here we are at the ferry. Smile for me. Thank you. Well, here we are, and welcome to the original Nelson Bay to Tea Gardens ferry service. Let's get on board. Yeah. Well, the old Gardner diesel engine down below certainly sounds like it's running perfectly. I assume it's a Gardner. Well, there's more people than what I expected today. Being off, not being the holidays, being off season, I thought we might be the only ones on board, but obviously not. Everyone's decided to go. Now, who remembers them? Well, looks like we're going. We're on our way. All for the love of wooden boats. You can't beat them, can you?
Well, as long as you're not paying for all the repairs.
I was just talking to one of the crew, and he said the little wooden vessel was built in 1937 and it still has its original Gardner engine in it.
If you look over to our far right, you may be able to see those pine trees in the distance. That's our destination, Tea Gardens. Unfortunately, we can't go directly across the bay due to the sandbars, so we're heading slightly west, then north into the Schooner Channel and up through the Mole River.
He just said that we're running against the tide, so it should take about an hour and 5 minutes to get there.
Also the first place they established an ice depot on the eastern seaboard.
Welcome to Tea Gardens. Couple hours back to the river. There's plenty of restaurants around here to go to. But we're going to do something different today. We're going to have a picnic on the park bench here. Well, there's our lunch. Mine's ceviche and salad, and Chris is brie and salad. Delicious. Perfect. So last night when I made some coffee, I made a bit extra and I put some milk in a plastic bottle and poured the coffee in and made it nice and froze it overnight and put the bottle in the bag, and now we've got iced coffee for lunch. The Tea Gardens Hotel is just directly across the road, and a beer sounds very inviting. That was a nice beer. And now for a quick look around Tea Gardens before we head down to the bus stop for the bus to Taree. And the bus stops just at the end of town. He's running about 25 minutes late. You just pass the bus stop here, heading in towards Hawk's Nest. And once he gets to Hawk's Nest, he'll turn around and come back and pick us up. Now, we're going right through to Taree. Once we get to Taree, we're going to catch a train from Taree up to Nambucca Heads. Now, that train leaves at 8 and the bus is set to arrive at Taree a little bit after 6 o'clock. So we've got 2 hours up our sleeve. If he's 25, half an hour late, well, we're right. Taree by Tea Gardens, Hawk's Nest. Well, goodbye Tea Gardens. Welcome to Foster. welcome to Taree. Welcome to Taree Station. Taree Station must be one of the nicest and cleanest stations on the whole network. It's absolutely spotless. Now the train we're waiting for is the Brisbane XPT, which departs here at 8:10. We're going to take it through to Nambucca Heads. Actually, it doesn't stop at Nambucca Heads. And the reason is that since the North Coastline is a single track railway line, trains have to loop around each other. And the northbound Brisbane XPT, which we're on, crosses or passes the southbound Brisbane XPT at Nambucca Heads. The southbound XPT pulls in on the station side, while the northbound pulls in on the other side of it, but there's no station, so you can't get off. So what they do, you have to get off at Maxville, and in Maxville, they provide a taxi from Maxville Station down to Nambucca Heads. The good thing about it is that the taxi driver will generally take you into the middle of the town, which is pretty good because Nambucca Station is sort of stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Now the tickets we purchased for this trip are country pension excursion tickets. So they were $2.50 each from Taree here right through to Nambucca Heads. And that also includes the taxi. Like we only paid $2.50 for our fares and they're providing the taxi. The taxi fare's about $40 or something, $50 from Maxville through to Nambucca Heads. Anyway, I mentioned it to a friend the other day and I told him what happened. He said, no wonder the country's going broke with blokes like you riding around on $2.50 fares and government providing taxis for you. welcome to Maxville. Okay, thanks very much. See ya.
Take care.
Now we just got to have our taxi turned up to get us the final leg from Maxville to Nambucca Heads. Well, we're having a little problem. As you can see, the taxi for some reason hasn't turned up, and there's a couple of other women also waiting for the taxi to take us all to Nambucca, so we're not the only one who booked through to Nambucca. Is this a taxi now? Ah, yes. Okay. Well, we're away. Welcome to Nambucca Heads. Well, we finally made it home. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.